Offer people the opportunity for pain relief, right, and improve their quality of life.
Dr. Rodney Keith. She has a doctorate in natural health. She's been empowering people with her knowledge. But before I was ever a doctor, I was a patient, and that's how all the Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Natural Talk with Angel. I'm here today with Rodney. He is Rodney Keith, excuse me. He is with Frog Health. Hey, Rodney, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, you're welcome. It's an honor to be on your program.
Thank you. I met Rodney at the Southern Women's Show. And he had a different company I had never heard of before. It kind of sparked my interest. I walked over there. They had this big green frog on their things there, their banners. Can't think of the word. On their banners there. And I just thought that was interesting. I thought, Frog Health. What is Frog Health? So, Rodney, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And then we'll get into what Frog Health is.
All right. I'm a pastor here in Jacksonville, Florida, and my weight literally has been going up and down ever since I was born, it seems like, and I just couldn't ever get it under control. And a couple of years ago, as a matter of fact, last January, I was just obese, and we tried every plan and program out there under the sun to try to lose the weight, and it seems like nothing would happen. And so we went with a doctor's plan. My doctor recommended a nutritionist that really didn't work, and I did a lot of keto, and I lost a little bit of weight, but still my blood levels and so forth were just shooting off the roof. My triglycerides were worse. And so we tried a company here, Frog Health, and basically it has 5 components. One of the major components was a health coach, and then the things that we eat, and just basically get healthy. And it really zeroed in on your health, and then challenging us to stop, challenge, and choose to make a proper choices in food and so forth. And I tell you what, from last May when we started to last September, I lost over 100 pounds. And at first I was nervous because the first week I lost 17.5 pounds, went back to my doctor and said, hey, is this healthy? And his advice to me was, if you could lose 100 pounds, Rodney, in a day, I'd say do it. But there's nothing out there like that unless you have surgery. And so he was very excited to see that I lost all the weight and came off of 7 of my medications. And so we're trying to get the word out to help a lot of people. And so it's really been a blessing.
Awesome. Awesome. So I went onto the website, and I have his little card here. I don't know if you can see his little frog.
Right.
But so I had gone onto the website, and pretty much it told me the same thing that was on your card here.
Right.
Talked about all the components of the program, and that's what it is, a program, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. And so Frog Health Coaching, is that what you are? You're a health coach?
Yes, ma'am. That's actually what we do. We do coaching with this program, and we have found that to be the number one success. Most people are looking for a diet, and that's what I started out doing, and a diet doesn't work. It doesn't keep you on plan. And a lot of people are trying diets. I mean, I'm not trying to put down any program out there. People are losing weight. That's great. But most times they don't. It's a recycle. I went through a cycle every year of staying fat, unhealthy, lose a little bit of weight, get off of it, go back and do the same routine. With our program here, it's a little different. We actually coach people into health. And to know that you're committed to it and know that you got someone that's going to keep you accountable has really helped us. That's what's kept me staying healthy and fit, and knowing that I could coach others. And that's one of the key things that we do with Frog Health is we actually coach others into health. And that's what's been beneficial. to keep people healthy and to keep us healthy.
Awesome. So it mentions healthy habits here, including an app. What do you mean by healthy habits? What are you?
All right, the healthy habits actually comes from a doctor. The doctor's name is Dr. Wayne Anderson. He is actually the one that founded the program, and his program was he wanted people to basically get healthy. He is the leading heart specialist at Johns Hopkins University. And his desire was to stop obesity and get these people off their medications, especially diabetes. Diabetes is number one killer. He said the number one problem in America today that's causing people more hurtful harm than any drug that people are attaining is sugar. And so he said people are addicted to massive amounts of sugar. And so he started this plan and program so that we would actually eat fuelings. And the fuelings is what we buy from the company. And these fuelings, depending upon that's one of the things that we do as health coaches with Frog Health is we find out what type of medication people are on, because we've got a plan for every person. We got plans for teenagers. We got a plan for senior adults. Got people have a plan for diabetes, a plan for gout, a plan with women that are just finishing getting their pregnancy and nursing mothers. I mean, there's a plan for absolutely everybody. And these fuelings we eat are basically what fuels our body. They're not meal replacements such as something you'd get with Nutrisystem or Jenny Craig. They're actually what he calls fuelings. I would call in a Tennessee slang word snacks, because there are a few bites and this and that. And basically, you're getting all of your nutrients, all of your vitamins and minerals from these particular fuelings. And me and my wife got on the 5-in-1 plan, which means we eat 5 fuelings a day, including a healthy lean and green meal. And so these 5 fuelings we're eating every 2.5 hours. And before Dr. A came up with the app, we'd have to time our cell phone. But he's come up with a wonderful plan with an app that actually keeps track of when to drink our water or coffee or any kind of sugarless drink. And then it keeps track of when we take our fuelings to when we eat our meal. And so it buzzes our phone to let us know, which is very helpful for someone that's on the go or someone's very forgetful. Mm-hmm. So it actually helps us in that health plan journey.
That is interesting because I know that I've been told throughout the years that it's healthier to eat more frequently smaller meals than it is to eat just 3 big meals,
Yes, ma'am.
And so that's been something I personally have struggled with myself.
Angel, that's been the problem with all of us. I mean, before we were on a massive keto meal, and I know friends of mine that have been on that, and we didn't eat hardly any breakfast, or we'd run through the Hardee's and get something keto, and then we wouldn't eat much, and then we'd eat it too. And I mean, being a pastor, I was always on the go, but I was always hungry. But then also, when I'd eat a massive meal, I wasn't hungry, but then I didn't realize I was eating too much meat and protein. I was killing myself. Where your metabolism works like a vehicle. If you don't put enough fuel in that car, you're not going to go very far. Well, our bodies is a machine, better made than we even know, because God made it. That's why we call this Frog Health, fully relying on God. And that's why we came up with it, because we're relying on God. We're fueling our bodies. And basically every 2.5 hours, your metabolism works with the fuelings that we eat. And then on top of that, it keeps your blood levels normal, so you're not spiking in sugar, and your metabolism goes forward. And then you're eating a healthy lean and green meal every day. And sometimes it can get your busy work week or your busy day can get so busy you forget to eat. Well, now you've got an app that reminds you. And then he's also come up with a book that you can actually, a lot of people love to journal. I mean, I have found that if you're a top seller with a company, or if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to grow your business, or maybe you're working for a doctor's office, dentist's office, or wherever, if you journal things and write it down, you remember it. And so it's like being a pastor. We write down our sermons so we can remember them. Well, he has a booklet that you journal your health, and it talks about what you've ate that day to keep you accountable to yourself, as well as that coach is going to call you and find out, hey, how'd you do today? What's going on with your life? What can we do? And that's been so successful,
That is awesome, because like I was saying, I had an issue with that, like trying to eat so many times a day.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm busy. I do this. I do a lot of
Right.
research. I have my business that I'm dealing with, but I also work a full-time job. I
Yes,
work in the evening, 2 to 10, which really is not good for my eating habits.
Right.
Because if I eat before I go to lunch, by 7 o'clock, I'm starving. And then
Absolutely.
by 10 o'clock, when I'm getting off of work, I'm really hungry and I really shouldn't be eating. But then I feel like my stomach's going to eat my, spine.
Absolutely right.
So I
Exactly.
think that's
Yes.
awesome that,
Yeah.
well, one, that you have something that will remind me to eat, because I get so engrossed in what I'm doing in my research or in whatever issues or things I'm dealing with my business. I get so engrossed in it, I forget. I mean, even just today, I got up this morning. I actually slept in for the first time in I don't know how long.
Great.
But I slept in, but then that put me behind on everything else. And I got up and I hit the floor running and just, let me get this, and I've got to get this done, and going through, trying to figure out everything I had to do. And about a half hour ago, I looked at the clock. I said, oh, I think I need to eat before I get on air.
Right. That's right.
So,
Well, that's the beauty of this plan. You don't have to worry no more like we were. As a matter of fact, the first few days on the plan, I tell people, if you're used to eating a lot of food, you're probably hangry. That's most plans anyhow.
yeah.
And because I was eating so much protein, I had to get adjusted. And then all of a sudden, I'm not counting calories, not counting points. I'm not doing this stuff. I'm eating this lean and green once a day, and then my fuelings, and it's really fueling my body. And after about the 4th day, you go into fat burn. And when you start seeing not just the scales, I mean, we always get excited when the scales move, but it's also in your clothing. I mean, I went from a 3X shirt down to a medium. And I mean, it took the weight off fast. And then we have a maintenance plan that people can go on and stay on from here on out. And that way you continue to get your vitamins and minerals with your supplement there. But then all of a sudden, you're still able to eat 3 healthy meals. Our goal is to get you on 3 and 3, because your body needs to eat. And there's times that your body needs to eat, and we don't even realize it. And even on this plan, when I first started it, I was like, man, after I started losing all this weight, I got to eat again. I mean, I wasn't really hungry, because, I mean, your body starts fueling, and then you start eating and just keeps fueling. You're like, man, I could go. But then the key to these fuelings is not just a snack just to eat. They actually fuel your body for the day. It keeps your metabolism going so that you don't crash. And that's a big thing with this program, because the problem we had in the past is we wouldn't eat correctly. And then we'd start crashing during the afternoon, have to take a nap, and man, I wouldn't feel good. Now I don't nap at all. I got more energy. When I went back to the doctor and he took me off of 7 medications, I was on the highest blood pressure medicine I could be on. My triglycerides are out of this world. He's like, man, Pastor Rodney, you're killing yourself. And when I started losing all this weight, man, he started hugging me saying, man, my wife needs to go on this. I need to send patients to you. I said, bring them on. We'd love to coach them and love them. And my wife said, he needs one more pill. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she said, he needs Ritalin. He's got too much energy. And I really do. I mean, time I wake up in the morning, time I go to bed, I'm just as hyper as I am the whole day. Like before, I was crashing, taking naps. Now we don't. And I just benefit that from the fact that I'm thankful I got a health coach that calls me, reminds me, loves on me, is there for me. And when I do stumble, they're there to encourage me. And that's kept me going, because before, I'd get off and say, well, I blew it Wednesday, I'll start Monday. And then Monday would come around, I'm still not on it. Well, I'll start the next day, and I never get back on. But this is a continual basis to where we coach for life. And so it is literally a life-transforming decision you make from here on out, because obesity is not just so that, I can lose a little bit of weight and then gain all my weight back. This is a lifestyle change, so I'm going to be committed for life. And that's the benefit of it.
So how, this is where the rubber meets the road. Obviously it's a great program, and it sounds like most people would, really need this and benefit from it. How expensive is this? I mean, I'm sure you have packages that are, range, but how expensive is it?
our main package that we have, everybody goes on the same plan, depending on your health. That's where we do the health assessment. And it's basically $13 a day. That is the plan. So it's basically like eating out. Me and my wife sat down and we figured out, $13 a day is like $90 a week that we're eating constantly these fuelings, which pertain everything that we're eating besides the one lean and green meal. And the lean and green meal doesn't cost much at all. And so we're eating $13 a day. It's like me going to Zaxby's and eating a meal a day. And so we have started to add up how much we spend on food, how much we spend on snacks. And man, we cut our food bill over half because of this. Now, the benefit of this program, Angel, is this. The doctor that started this program decided that, well, we don't want to put our money in advertisement. We want to pay it back to those that will really help each other, the coaches. And so when you start coaching other people, because people know people, all of a sudden the company pays it back to you as a coach, and they have training on how to be a health coach. So we're health coach certified. And so this has become a massive job for me and my wife, because when we first signed up, it was a little bit of money, but I have found this to be true. If you don't put anything into anything, you're never going to get anything out. And when I was putting small amounts into Weight Watchers, I wasn't keeping accountability. And if I was putting small amounts into Nutrisystem, I wouldn't get that accountability. But with this, I was able to spend $13 a day, came with a free health coach that's going to keep me on plan. And then I knew that if I were to coach others and stay healthy, it would pay me back. And so we're actually on plan for free. It doesn't cost us anything because we're coaching people. And I don't know any other plan out there. And this is one of the things that really excited me and my wife the most, being a pastor, helping people in their relationship with God, but now getting them healthy, is this plan actually pays it forward. So when you actually become a health coach with the company pays it forward. So you're actually on plan for free, and it becomes income. And I mean, we're just like excited because now we're helping people and we don't have to worry about the cost anymore. And here's the other thing. This is the only plan I know that's ever wrote me a check every Wednesday. I never got one from any other weight loss company. And the most important thing is it's kept me on plan, because I got to stay healthy to coach people. If I don't stay healthy, I can't coach people. So that's kept my commitment up higher. And that's why it's so successful, to know that I'm able to be benefiting others and helping others and getting paid to help them. If I get fat and go back the other way, I'm not going to help nobody. And so that's the benefit. And when people see that and hear that, they're like, man, I'd like to try this. And then once they see they can do it, because we don't sell a product, we are the product. I don't have anything in my back of my house or in my garage and say, here's what you take. And no, that's not what we all buy the same product from the same company. And what we're doing is we're coaching people into the health. And it's been phenomenal. And so that's what the company does. It pays health coaches. If you stay on plan and program, it pays them to coach. And I've never seen anything like it. It's the best. Why we're sharing it with everybody. I mean, anybody and everybody that can do this. I mean, we got guys on plan. I got pastors. One of my dear friend lives out in California. He's lost 110 pounds since May the 9th and has got like 10 people he's coaching. I've got another friend of mine. I graduated Tyner High School in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And a dear friend of mine, Chuck Boccia, is one of the leading officers at Ringo High School. He's went from 264 down to 190 since the 10th of April. And he's got about 25 people that he's coaching. So he's coaching for free, and he's helping others get healthy. And it's a phenomenal experience when, his wife was a school teacher. It's bringing her home, and all she's doing is coaching people, and they're loving people. And it's phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. We're not begging people to do it. We're just saying, look what we've done. You know us. We're not phony. We're not out here trying to steal your money. We're actually the real deal. And they're like, man, we want to do it because we know you're not lying to us. There's so many programs out there that tell you one thing but do the opposite. But we found this to be one that, man, it's the real deal. I mean, I got a lady in my church, sweet lady. She's over 300 plus pounds. Her goal in life for 16 years was to touch her toes. She couldn't touch her feet or toes. And so her husband bought into the plan back in December the 26th, and she's lost over 50 plus pounds since that time. And the beauty of it is a few weeks ago, she said, hey, not only can I touch my toes, I'm getting a waistline. The doctor told her after so many years of being a diabetic, she's no longer a diabetic.
That's awesome.
I'm like, man, and she's like, I can't wait to tell everybody, man, she's now coaching. and she's coaching people. We're helping her do it. So you're not alone in the coach part. It's not like you become a coach and we leave you out there high and dry. We actually train you to help people and love people. It's almost like a discipleship program from any church, and it's phenomenal. I mean, when you see the results of these people that are getting, and you're coaching them into it, you're loving them into it. We've had people come on plan and program where they want to lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, no big deal, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, it's doable. And so they lose the weight. Some of them get off plan. They'll mess up whatever. We still call them every week. We text them every week. We love on them each week. And next thing you know, a few weeks later, they're back on plan. And they'll call me and say, Pastor Rodney, man, we're back. Well, why did you come back? That's the number one question I ask them. Because everybody's got a why. Here's the reason why I'm doing this. And they all say, because you care about me. I never had anybody care more about me than you, about my health and my relationship, my family, my friends. You really do care about me. And I think, Angel, a lot of people out here that's listening to this broadcast are hurting. And they have no one else to turn to. They're hoping to lose weight. They're discouraged in their weight. They're discouraged in their finances. They're discouraged in things that's happening in their life. And they really need someone to say, hey, I'm going to help you. You know, I'm going to be a blessing in your life. I'm going to be there for you. I'm not phony. We're the real deal. We're not trying to spread something that's not true. This really does work. And if it can work for me, I promise you it can work for anybody that we talk to. And that's been the blessing.
On the card here, it says physical, mental, financial. So the physical part was the weight loss. What do you do for mental?
All right. Now, your mental part is basically your mindset. Because the problem of it is we've had several people that's had gastric bypass surgery. We know a lady that's on this program, and she had double bypass surgery. She gained 200 or 300 pounds, lose 100 pounds on gastric bypass surgery, go back and gain it all back again. Well, the problem with most people trying what is called a so-called diet or to lose weight, it's in their mind. If your mind ain't right, your body ain't going to be right. But if we can get a hold of your mind and teach you the habits of health, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a mind shift. If you don't learn the habits of health in your mind, it's never going to get to your gut. You're always going to be big. It becomes just a cycle diet. That was me. I didn't have it in my mind. I had it what I wanted to do, but I still craved all the other cravings, and I would give in so much, and there was no accountability. There was no teaching of this is what it does. So the app that we use is also got a mindset to it, because it's got a thing that the doctor comes on and stop, challenge, and choose. And we're teaching you to stop what you're doing, challenge what you need to be doing, and then eat the right meal, eat the right food, stop, challenge, and choose. And so I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to choose the best thing for my life, and I'm going to proceed on and eat the correct meal. And that doesn't mean that I can't have certain things. I think a lot of people get on a plan. They say, well, I can't have cake. I can't have this. Well, when the moment you find out you can't have, that's what you want. Yeah. And so that's that mind shift. Yes, absolutely. So if I say, man, I can't have chocolate pudding, well, guess what I'm going to eat? I'm going to eat chocolate pudding. But the neat thing about this is we try to really work with the person and give them a mind shift, because if you can stay on this plan 30 days, in 21 days, your taste buds change. In 30 days, what you just did becomes a habit. And so you're basically challenging your life to change your attitude and your mindset, so you choose good meals for you so you can live healthier. And that's the thing I always ask people. A lot of people are always concerned, well, what does it cost and everything? How much is your health worth? I mean, really and truly, I mean, do you want to be operated on? Do you want to lose your life? I mean, God put you down here for a purpose. And you got to ask yourself, I'm willing to spend a lot of money on a BMW or a big house or a swimming pool, but what about your health? I mean, you got grandbabies, you got family, you got friends that are counting on your life. And that's what I had to come to reality in. Is that what I'm about to put in my mouth worth living for, or am I just basically using that fork in my hand to dig my own grave? And that's what's happening all across this country. They don't have the mind shift. And that's where our company says, okay, let's change their physical. We've got the plan and program that works. Now let's change their mindset, so they don't go back to doing what they do. And I think the big key, Miss Angel, is being a health coach. Because when you become a health coach with then you turn around and you're helping others. And if you stay fat, you're not gonna help others, because not one's gonna say, well, I can't wait to be your size. No, they're looking a change in their life. And so once you change, you're able to change your mama, your daddy, your family. And I'm telling you, it's an epidemic in America today with obesity. My doctor said about 1 in every patient that comes in here is overweight. And most of them, about 99% of them, are obese. And, I was talking to a guy at the women's trade show. You know what he sells? He sells knee replacements, hips, and joints. And I thought, what? And he said, Rodney, he said, I go around selling this stuff to doctors, to surgeons. And he said, the number one reason, now there's some people that are in old age that do fall down and crack a rib or crack their bones and hips and joints and so forth. But he said 99% of the people that have to have knee replacements, hip replacements, and all these joint replacements is because of obesity. And he said, if we can cure the cause of obesity in America, it would be a tremendous thing. We would be out of business. And I thought, he said, I'd love to be out of business helping a lot of people like this. And so that's where we come from. We just want to make sure they're physically fit. We can get them there because our plan does work. Our mentality is so they'll change their mindset, and then they're financial, so they can be financially free helping others.
And that comes from the health coaching.
And that comes from the health coaching, because our company does not pay it forward by putting up advertising. They could do what Jenny Craig does, and Jenny Craig's making the money. They could do exactly what these other companies do and the other companies, but instead they give it to the health coaches. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Most plans don't work. And the reason why they don't work, there's no incentive to stay on the plan. You're just trying to get better, and a doctor's saying you're bad. You're thinking, well, that's not going to hurt me. So you really have no intention of staying healthy unless hey, financially it could bless me and I could help a lot of others. Well, there's the key. There's the key. As health coaching is going to help you financially. It's going to help you physically. It's going to help you emotionally, but you're also going to help others. And I mean, we've got a friend of ours right now. He works down here at the Walmart. And to be honest with you, he's way obese. And he contacted a pastor friend of mine that's on this plan. And he got with me and he said he don't want people to know who he is. And we didn't mention his name. And so this young man decided to get on program. We asked him to go to the local Publix to weigh. Well, there's not a scale in Publix that goes up to 450 pounds. So he calls us back and says, I don't have a scale. So we go downtown Jacksonville, find a place down there. And he weighs on basically, it's a meat scale. And he weighs 450 pounds. He got on program. He wasn't sure if he could do it. He's done every program out there. We started coaching him and loving him. In 1 month, he lost 67 pounds.
Wow.
So he was a believer. He's like, dude, I need to continue this. He's still losing weight. He's been on program about 3.5 months. I think he's lost 110 pounds in 3.5 months. You say, well, is that healthy? The bigger you are, the more you're going to take it off, and especially being a man. My wife got on this program last May. She wanted to lose about 30 pounds, and women are different. Every woman wants to lose just a little bit, and then they want a little bit more. My wife lost a total of 65 pounds in 5 months and has kept every bit of it off. Wow. And that's the miracle. It's not just losing the weight and feeling great. That's our slogan, lose the weight, feel great, because you do. It's keeping the weight off and influencing others. I mean, if I lost the weight this year and gained all of it back next year, I'm not influencing anybody. I'm not helping myself. I'm killing myself.
Yeah.
And that's what my doctor said. My doctor said, listen, you lose the weight and keep it off, you're going to live a long time and make an impact. If you don't, you're killing yourself. Because the pills that we're taking, Angel, from blood pressure medicine to triglyceride medicine to all this kind of stuff is killing all these organs in our body. And the doctors, they got to give it out because it's affecting this, but it affects other organs in your body. And they don't tell you all that. You read it on the back of the pill bottle, but I'm sitting there thinking, man, I want to get healthy for my family. I want to get healthy for me. And so my mind had to change, my physical part changed, and now financially it's setting us free. And I mean, I don't know of any plan out there that works like this. I've never seen one. And I know a lot of times people say, well, this is like a multi-level marketing scheme. This is not multi-level marketing scheme. I'm not selling nothing. All I'm doing is coaching. So this coaching part of it is paying me to coach people because I'm staying healthy and showing them how I got healthy. We take the same product as everybody on this program. There's nothing new. And they have 65 different products that you can actually take. The first initial cost of it is about $400 for the first month. And the reason why is you're paying in for the app and the booklet, and they give you a month and a week worth of fuelings. And then the next month, You actually buy your own fuelings. They try to tell you about $250, but each month you get points for money, and so the second month you get $38 back. So it doesn't cost you the whole $250 plus free shipping. And so basically you pick the items that you desire, and that's what helps us keep us on program is we're buying the fuelings from the company that we like, and we eat those every day. And it's a blessing. It's a fueling, but it's like a snack. It's a go, and they're there for you. Some of them you make, some of them are pre-made, but not many. Many of them you make they come in a little packet. You make a little bit of water and pop it in the microwave, or you can make it on. My wife bought a mini dash, and we love it. I mean, man, my kids have lost weight. I've lost weight. I got friends on this stuff. We coach a bunch of people. And we keep track of them. And that's our accountability is, hey, we're going to keep track of you from now on. Whether you get off the program or not, we're still there for you. And so we have less than 0.5% that jumps off, literally, because they know it works. Once they see they can lose the weight, keep it off, they got someone to keep them accountable, they're on. They want to do it. And then they realize, hey, I can make money out of it by coaching other people and staying healthy. And that's an incentive program. And that's where that pay it forward comes in. It's a blessing. That's why we can't get enough to share it. We want the whole world. That's why we did that women's show. We were only doing this through Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. And I say, let's get out here in Jacksonville and let's start sharing it with everybody we can, because everybody needs a health plan and everybody needs a health coach. Yeah. And so it's like being a pastor. I got pastor coaches, they come and they say they're good at this. Well, everybody needs a health coach to encourage and inspire and motivate you to be healthy. Who doesn't need that? That's a blessing, Yeah. And I'll tell you this, I come off of 7 of my medications, Miss Angel. I have lost a lot of weight. And most importantly, I went from a 46 to a 32 pair of pants. And I'm in my son's blue jeans, who's in 9th grade. And that's unheard of. I haven't worn these size blue jeans since I was in junior high school. And so, I'll be 50 next month. And so it's radically changed my life. I'm in the best health. I told my wife 5 years ago, I'd like to, when I'm 50 years old, I'd love to be in the best shape of my life. And I just couldn't believe it would happen. I doubted it would. Now it has. And the benefit of this is we're able to help a lot of people and encourage a lot of people and see people really get healthy. And that's just a blessing, and to see that your size is going down, your clothes fit better. I'm able to buy clothes for junior high schools instead of being in the big and tall men section, It's just awesome, and then to save money on my medication. That's the key thing. I was spending a whole lot of money on 7 pills every month. So you start deducting all that. Really, it's a blessing. I'm not on none of that. My blood work is perfect now, which I'm thankful.
That's awesome.
But it doesn't matter how old the person is, how young the person is. Anybody can go on this plan, and it will work for anybody. I tell them, matter of fact, the people that we coach, we tell them, if you don't lose 1 single pound in a month, we'll give you money back. But if you didn't lose it, it's because you cheated, because there ain't nobody been on this plan ain't lost the weight. Because this is a doctor-certified plan. It's recommended by 48,000 physicians in the United States, including the Mayo Clinic and all these other hospitals. It's phenomenal. And it's growing. They're growing by leaps and bounds because people see that it does work. It's not something that's phony.
Wow, well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm going to have his contact information, either if it's on Facebook above and YouTube, it's below, but we will have his contact information and how you can learn more about frog health with Rodney and his wife. Thank you so much for being here, Rodney. And
thank you.
We will talk to y'all next week. Thanks for being here and tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.